I said, Kobe, there's no I in team. And Kobe said, I know, but there's an in me in that. So I went back. So I went back and told Rick and Big Shot Bob, I said, just get the rebound. He's not passing.
Well, yesterday was a pretty nostalgic day. Got to kick it off with the Kobe Memorial.
Of course. No doubt there. So, how y'all feel?
Well,
other than sad.
I went out of my way to make sure I watched that, streaming it on YouTube TV.
Shout out, plug. Sorry.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. 2.5 hours. I was like, wow. I didn't really know what to expect of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kicked it off with Vanessa Bryant, which was going to be one of the toughest ones to hear.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it was kind of crazy that this is tough already, but she didn't have to do one. She had to do two, one for Gigi, one for Kobe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the first one itself with Gigi was a tearjerker.
For sure.
It's always sad when you lose a life that young.
Yeah.
And, you could tell, she obviously has 3 other daughters, but you could just tell, how each one holds a special spot in her heart.
Mm-hmm.
So that was definitely hard to hear. And then the one that she led into with Kobe was even worse because you're just like, all right, everyone wants to hear this. So, yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, man, that I saw clips of it. When I was watching clips of it, I was like, on Instagram, I was like, yeah, I can't watch this until I get home. Otherwise, I won't be crying in my cube. And people are like, what the hell is wrong with that guy? So, yeah, I didn't watch all of it. I watched all the clips, and we just watched the Vanessa one, which was hard enough. And I was like, I can't do all of that and then go try to record this podcast, and we start talking about other stuff. So it was definitely a tough watch.
It was definitely tough, but I think each person brought their own little piece to it.
Yeah.
So there were some that made people laugh, some touched home.
I like that though. It was actually a celebration of life.
Some were kind of intriguing.
Yeah.
Like Rob Pelinka, his obviously, he was his agent, his best friend. They texted all the time, and he kind of talked about even leading up to a few minutes before the whole accident, he was actually texting Kobe. So that was a little hard to hear. That the last final minutes, he was texting Kobe. Kobe was texting him back, and in Kobe fashion, he was trying to help out the surviving daughter, the Altabellis, trying to get her a internship with Rob Pelinka. So in his final moments, he was still doing a helping act for someone.
Yeah, I couldn't watch the memorial, A, because I was at work, and then B, those types of things, just I don't sit well doing that. Just seeing all the sadness and those things.
Just pull this up a little.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
But I did catch a bunch of the highlights of, all on social media, just people, their comments. And, just hearing some of those stories, it was literally a magical moment. Hearing everyone's stories about how Kobe affected them and, what he did for all these people.
Yeah. When I first started watching it, when it kicked off, I was like, oh, shit. How am I going to sit through the rest of this? Because it was already kind of bad. But then I think I liked the turn that it took. Everyone was still sincere, but they made people laugh, which was good. Jordan's speech was good.
When I watched Jordan's highlight, that legitimately made me laugh.
I didn't think Jordan had it in him to make fun of himself.
Yeah.
Just the competitor he is, and how much you hear about him kind of being a jerk.
He does things, but he doesn't step out to the public often.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was just like, oh, I'm going to have to see a crying meme for the next few years.
Well, the way he did it was he's like, Kobe has a way of, personally getting to know someone and affecting them emotionally. And he's like, look what he did to me. He's like, now I'm going to be on a freaking meme for another 3 to 4 years, which was just, it was the perfect moment. It was great. It was hilarious.
Yeah. No, exactly. And he's like, yo, Kobe got him one last time.
Yeah.
Like that's typical Kobe. You know, like he's gonna get under your skin. He's gonna do something to make you look silly, and bam, even in his last moment possible.
It was I think it was hilarious. So when he was talking about like when Kobe used to text him all the time, and he's like, he was like annoying. At first it was annoying, and then it's like, hey, he's like my brother, because he's always looking up to him, wanting to get better, asking questions. And then the funny part was he's like obviously trying to teach Gigi, and he's like, yo, what kind of drills did you do when you were younger? And he's like what age? And he's like 12. He's like 12. He's like, I was trying to play baseball. And then this is at like 2 a.m. and Kobe texts him back with LMAO. He's like, laugh my ass off. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's the Kobe. I also like Shaq's, where the whole thing about when he's talking to Robert Horry and what was his name, Rick Fox, right? And they're like, yo, man, Kobe's not passing the ball. He's like, I'm gonna go talk to him. He's like, Kobe, there's no I in team. There's a me in that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, there's an me in that motherfucker. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
That was pretty good. I was a little annoyed that they had the technical difficulties at the beginning of Shaq's speech, because there's anyone you wanted to hear, like wanted to hear like every moment of Jordan and Shaq. And like, I'm streaming, I'm like, damn, my stream's fucked up. But altogether, it was just a stream in general. So that I'd like to know what. There was a good like 3-4 minutes that was left out, and I would love to know what was said. What do you do? Yeah.
I mean, I still think like Vanessa's one was the hardest one. Like she didn't have to. I saw something on Twitter. She's like, she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to get in front of everybody. Like 2 weeks after. She doesn't have to put herself in that position. Get that. She didn't, but it was kind of expected. But she didn't have to go into that detail. She didn't have to be up there for that long, and like.
But I think it's some sense of closure, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And the thing is, dude, like, it's not like she's never been out of the spotlight. Like, you were with Kobe
for sure,
so long,
But in this kind of like event, like how it all happened.
But I think that's what makes
part of being. It's sad to say that's part of being a celebrity. You're going to be in the limelight.
But I think the tough part about that is that she said, I've been with him since I was 17 and a half, and now the rest of her life is without him. So she doesn't know what it is to not be with him.
That was the sad part. She's like, they're not going to have their father-daughter dance when they get married. And so I was like, God damn. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Listening to her speech, like it's a bit devastating. It's real life, man. It
is. At the end of the day, Kobe was a basketball player, whatever, to us, but still like someone's dad. And
someone's
like,
dad.
He was not a celebrity
husband.
to her at all.
Exactly, right? So it was rough. And like, it's like one of those things again where you're watching the videos, and at least for me, I was like, oh shit, like Kobe passed. Like that shit's actually real. Like it's not something processed. You know what I mean? Still,
it still feels weird to me saying that he passed away.
Yeah.
I thought Diana Taurasi was emotional and funny. She definitely got emotional, but like you can't die laughing when she's like what 11-year-old has like a step back fadeaway shot, and she's like, LeBron don't even got that.
That was my favorite part. That was my favorite part.
But the funny, ironic thing was he actually had a game winner like the night before against the Celtics, like 2 nights before. He literally did a fadeaway jumper to win the game.
Yeah. I mean, the like you said, the dream is LeBron winning and the Lakers winning, and he's saying this is for Kobe. That's all you can hope for this season, right? At this point, but I mean, from a basketball standpoint, right? But
I think it was really interesting to see what kind of speakers there were, because of course you expected like Vanessa, like Shaq. You would hope Jordan did it, but then you have like obviously Diana Taurasi, you have Pelinka, and then you had like Sabrina Ionescu.
Yeah.
So she was Gigi's like mentor. Gigi kind of looked up to her. She's the one that's been leading women's basketball, and she gave a speech, and later that day she was going to play basketball. And how crazy is it, that day she broke the record for D1 men and female scoring of 2K points, 1,000 rebounds, 1,000 assists.
And she did it on all their numbers.
Yeah, so 2 24-20, so 2 Gigi, 24 Kobe, 20 is her number.
Damn.
Like,
Damn.
Some Illuminati
Like,
shit right there.
that's 100% Illuminati shit. Like, it's funny to me like how you can throw like random stats out there and you can connect it to some like
They were like, it's like how they added the numbers of the All-Star game and what it turned out to be. And I don't remember, like, they did this like crazy math and stuff. And
Yeah, it was 1 + 5 + 7 + 1 + 5 + 5 or whatever. It's like 24. That like a week ago they had the same thing happen when, or maybe it was in the same game when the Celtics and Lakers were playing. Score was 81 at 224.
Yeah.
And then there were 4 timeouts left on each side, so 4 + 4 is 8. So it's
Either that's
crazy.
like some crazy shit, or we're looking way too into things.
Dude, I mean,
Both.
It really
Both,
is.
yeah.
It is kind of like, it's crazy how all these numbers are like all add up to like
I mean,
Kobe.
If I think too much, it like breaks my head. So I'm just gonna say it's coincidence.
It's definitely a coincidence, but it was a crazy coincidence. The Celtics and Lakers, the 81, 224. I was like, wow.
But I mean, like, truthfully, I do feel like if you wanted to link something to like AI, like in any random basketball game,
if you're looking for numbers,
if you're looking for them, you can find them.
I agree, but I'm just saying it's a little ironic and it's a little hard to make sure it's 81 points at 224.
Yeah.
So what you're saying?
No,
It's all
no
rigged.
doubt.
Huh?
You're saying it's all rigged? I'm just kidding. Let's not do that. I'm totally joking, and that's not real. That's not.
NBA
Yeah.
is rigged for.
Don't do
LeBron
that.
James.
Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
But
at all.
no, I mean overall it was great. I think it's exactly what everyone was expecting. It couldn't have gone any better. And hopefully it gives some sense of closure to the families.
I mean, I don't know how it could. Like it just.
It's gonna affect them for a while.
no, it's gonna affect them, but I'm saying closure in the sense of like, okay, I've gone out, I've said what I need to the public. Now I can mourn and
heal.
take my loss.
Like I've
and
done
heal.
my part.
Yeah.
Like, what Kobe would probably want, and then move forward. Yeah, I mean it was rough. I still have to watch all of it. I can't watch all that sitting in one sitting.
I watched it at work
twice in
and
one
then
sitting.
Got home last night from playing ball. Typically like to throw on TV. It was on again. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. But then it was at a good part, so I watched it. Next, 2 hours later, I watched it again. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch the whole thing because
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. I get mad emotional real quick.
I mean, I think it's one of those things that I kind of watched. You watch it once, you watch something twice, you pick up on things, and then this is something that's probably just gonna sit in the back of my mind. Like, it's not something you go and you're like, all right, let me go watch this again. It's just like I remember watching it, seeing it, and that's it.
Yeah. We'll probably watch it after we finish recording. To be honest, probably gonna make you order pizza and do that. So it's about to happen. We're gonna have 24 pepperonis.
Yeah,
Watch
hey,
the numbers.
24 pepperonis.
24 pepperonis on 8 slices, and it's gonna be delivered in 2 hours and 24 minutes.
It'll be here at 8:24.
No, we're gonna still be recording.
It'll be
at 8:24.
delivered. It'll be delivered after 81 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
That's so long. How about 81 seconds instead? That's how I want to do it.
All right, so
Lots of other stuff happened.
yeah,
Let's
let's
go into
move
it.
on. Well, rest in peace, Kobe, Gigi, and the rest of the families.
Yeah, man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Hate to see it.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for watching this video.
Yo, and make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel too.
Make sure you guys watch our last video and watch the YouTube recommended videos.
Yeah, we did it. You guys are learning so well. I taught my boys well.
I'm out.